say.
Boy, they done got me tired today. Got me working. Hold on. Is that thing on? I believe it's on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is JH. Back with another one. Today, we are going to be discussing what a PSE, mail processing clerk, or a processing clerk does at the plant. Yes, everyone has asked that question 1,000 times over. I've always referred everybody to another channel so that she could give the description. And for some reason, everyone just continues to ask me. With that being said, without further ado, today we're going to explain what a PSE or / mail processing clerk does. We're going to explain the pay. What qualifications do you need to do that job? And basically what the job entails. I won't get too detailed with the types of equipment that they use or request or use or utilize, because it would mean nothing to you. Because if you're watching this video, you either work for the post office or you want to work for the post office, and none of that means any sense to you anyway. So, without further ado, we're going to give you the rundown on what a PSE, mail processing clerk, does. Mail processing clerk. Their primary job is to operate and maintain various types of automated sorting and scanning machines. Automations. Their job is to maintain and operate various types of automated scanning and sorting machines. Automations. Why they call it automations? No idea. But it is automated machines. They are also responsible for using handheld scanners to scan various types of mail, parcels, and other packages, and get all of this stuff ready for distribution. Let's break it down. So you have these people that are sitting in the back by the machines. Their job is to primarily operate the machines, loading mail, scanning the mail. The machine does a lot of the work, but they are on their feet throughout the day. Woo, buddy. A lot of the job that they do has to do with computers. They use computers more than the rest of the plant does. And I jumped on the highway, forgot there was damn traffic. But yeah, they use these machines, and they're big robots, and they're big sorting machines, and so on and so forth. I would say their job is not as strenuous as the rest. It is very repetitious, though. You are definitely standing on your feet. They are picking up heavy letters, trays of letters, and they're running them through these machines. The machines will sort them, scan them, and these are just regular letters. Just remember, paper is heavy when you start stacking it together. You got yourself a big tray. They're picking them up from high, picking them up from low. They're bending, they're lifting. A lot of them will get carpal tunnel in their shoulder, tennis elbow. Yeah, so it's definitely a physical job. They're not moving around the plant as much. Like I said, a lot of them are stationary. A lot of them are focused on their job. They're a little more meticulous. Some people think they're bougie. No, I'm just kidding. Those are the mail processing clerks. They process the mail using various types of machines, from handheld to automated to robots. That's what a mail processor does. They process the mail. They get it ready for distribution, whether it's distributing it locally, or for their region. So, let's talk about what they can do. A mail processing clerk has the option, because they have the clerk word in their name, they have the option when they become a regular to bid on a job. Like, because this is a union, I ain't got to explain that whole union thing to you guys, but they're allowed to bid on other clerk jobs. So if they're working at a plant and you, for some reason, not having it with Jim's getting on your nerves, and you like, man, screw Jim, I'm out this place, but I'm not going to lose my job, and you're a regular, you have the option, if one is available, to bid into a position at a station as a clerk, and vice versa. A mail distribution clerk at the station can, if they're regular, can bid on a mail processor's job at the plant. Those are the only two that can intertwine between the plant and the station. So if you want to work at the plant for a year, work at the plant. Then you find a station that you want to work at, you can work there for a year. And when another job goes up, you can move to another station or back to the plant. If there are any mail processing clerks that are watching this and that can get into detail and explain that a little bit better, please do. Let's talk about their pay. They are under the APWU, American Postal Workers Union. They are, unlike a mail handler, they are allowed overtime and double time. They get their overtime after 8 hours. They get their double time on their 11th and 12th hour per day. So they don't work as much overtime as a mail handler does, but they make a little bit more per hour. So in actuality, if you look at a mail handler and a mail processor, 10 years here, 10 years there, side by side, they make almost exactly the same thing. So when people ask me, hey, which job is better? I don't know. They make almost the same thing. Some people like to be mobile. Some people like to get around the plant. Some people like to be solo, by themselves, stationary, real robotic, every day. So it all depends on you. They make about the same amount per year. Do they get insurance as a PSE? Yes. Do they get, that's the health benefits. Do they get raises? Yes. They go by the same thing that the APWU, the American Postal Workers Union, has in their contract. Whatever their contract says, the cost of living assessments when you're a regular, it is a career. They do work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It is not an easy job. Again, a lot of people get the shoulder problems. It's just a matter of you staying fit. Can anybody do it? I believe anybody can. Can you retire off that money? Plenty of people do. It's a pretty, like I said, it's a pretty shut-off job. I don't think you really have to. I mean, you may have one person that you interact with to get this mail floating to run it through at a faster pace, but you're not really interacting with the 20, 30 people on a regular basis. You're not really crossing people. You have an aisle, you have your machine, you're working that machine, that's your baby. Unless you're asked to do some hand sorting and hand scanning of mail, most of the time you're pretty much isolated to yourself and one or two other people. If that's the type of work you like to do, that is what a mail processing clerk does.